A build so unbelievably powerful, it basically plays itself. What is up, guys? It's your boy Rick Kakis, and today we're going to be showcasing one of, if not the best Warlock builds, and frankly, arguably the best build period in the entire game right now. Now, I can't say for sure because this build rose to prominence after yesterday's big patch, which changed a lot of things within the game. So there might be other builds out there, other things yet to be discovered, but out of all of that chaos, this build has emerged as the biggest winner so far. This build is one of the easiest to play, and I mean, like, you can go to the bathroom, come back, the encounter's done, bro. On top of that, it has got to be one of the most powerful builds I have ever seen. If you are not using this build, make it and use it as soon as possible. In fact, in the background gameplay, it looks like a pretty normal activity. It's minus 43 power. This build makes it look like it's minus 10. I'm against 30,000 yellow bar cabals at minus 43. What is that, like a contest mode raid? And everything is fine. Crazy. So, what the heck is going on? Well, let's get started, guys. So, first things first, I've partnered with Mobalytics, your source for Destiny 2 builds. Simply click the link in the description down below. You can see this build laid out in an easy to read, easy to understand format, including dim links after you've watched the video, of course, so you know why it's so good. This build is, well, it is based on a build that has existed for a while, and that is a Prismatic Warlock with the Getaway Artist Exotic Gauntlets. So, what these are going to do is that with the intrinsic perk Dynamic Duo, you can hold Grenade to convert your Arc Grenade into an Arc Soul and become amplified. The Arc Soul functions as an autonomous turret. So again, this build has been around for a while. Why am I freaking out today? Well, it's because of this change right here as part of yesterday's patch. As you can see, all of your Warlock buddies, including your Arc Soul, count as grenades. So initially, a lot of people's, including my own, first thought is, oh, if I have over 100 grenade, if I have 200 grenade, that, 50-60% damage boost you get from that will now apply to these turrets. So your Arc Soul, your Hellion, they're going to be doing 50-60% more damage. That's already very good, but it's so much more than that, guys. The real power is that this change has made every single fragment, every single ability, every single aspect that impacts grenades also apply to your turrets. And so that means with that Arc Soul, we can use Facet of Dominance if you're playing Prismatic, and there's an Arc version of this as well that says your Arc Grenades jolt targets. Well, if your Arc Soul is a grenade, as you can see right here, this makes your Arc Soul jolt targets. And let me kind of be more clear here. It doesn't just make your Arc Soul jolt. Your Arc Soul jolts every single time it shoots, as you can see from me testing it in the background gameplay. Every time a burst hits a new target, it jolts. This is insane, man. If you have this fragment with like a pulse grenade, it doesn't even jolt every time it pulses, but your Arc Buddy will jolt every single enemy it shoots and reapply the jolt if it's shooting the same target multiple times. It turns your Arc Buddy into a mobile nuclear bomb, dude. Like, this thing is absolutely cranking out jolts. Think about it, guys. Volt Shot is like one of the better perks you can get for arc weapons. You need to get a kill, reload just to activate the jolt, or you just hold, you summon your Arc Buddy, and yeah, it jolts literally everyone around you with every single shot. Crazy. So yeah, this Prismatic Getaway Artist build has been brought to a new level of god tier it has never seen before. It's already been an extremely good build. it is truly absurd now because of this combo. So let's go over the rest of the build, like how are we making the most of this interaction, because that main interaction is what we're basing this build around. It's just so powerful. All right, so in terms of the super, Song of Flame. This is one of the best PvE supers in the entire game, gonna give you a massive degree of damage resistance, and in playing with the themes of the rest of the build, it lets you shoot your guns, use your abilities, do stuff while these effects are active. After that, guys, we have Phoenix Dive here. Now, you could go with the either two rifts, but I like Phoenix Dive. Then we've got Penumbral Blast to apply a stasis effect, a darkness effect. Then we do need an arc grenade to turn into an arc buddy. So we are using the storm grenade. After that, we have Feed the Void. So yes, this means that your jolting arc buddy is constantly triggering Devour. Like, it is so easy to keep this up. And then we are going with Hellion. Now, the other obvious choice would be Bleak Watcher, and this would no doubt provide very easy, like slow and freeze effects, very easy and consistent stasis debuffs. However, it's simply not going to benefit from our 200 grenade stat, right? Whereas Hellion is much more offensive. Like, that damage increase is going to be noticeable. It's also going to cause Scorch and Ignitions, and it is going to accompany you while you're moving around, right? Like, I wanted this build to be, you play the game while your turrets are following you everywhere and just decimating enemies for you. Whereas the Bleak Watcher is going to stay in one place. So I really like Hellion with this build. However, there are some different alternatives. Of course, we need Facet of Dominance. Then we have Facet of Hope to get our class ability, our Phoenix Dive, more often, which lets us summon our Hellion more often. Then we do have Facet of Courage here to increase our Arc Buddy and our Hellion damage if we apply a Darkness debuff. Then we've got Facet of Protection just for damage resistance. Now, as for the weapons, guys, I think one of the most powerful things about this build is that really it just works. You can use whatever weapons you want. So, hey, why not just put on the Mint Retrograde? It is arguably the best overall weapon in the entire game right now, and it works perfectly fine with this build. Like, it's fantastic with this build. You could go for a more synergistic approach like the Augur Scepter, really an easy way to apply that Darkness debuff for Facet of Courage, right? Or you could go with any weapon with Chill Clip, again, is going to apply that easy Darkness debuff for Facet of Courage, guys. But again, you don't even really need it. Like you can pick whatever weapons you want. Whatever choices you make, this build is just going to run unbelievably well with your weapon choices. So, aside from that, we just have a good SMG. The Yeartide Apex, right, with Heal Clip plus Chaos Reshaped. We could also go with Demolitionist easily, guys. Burning Ambition, Incandescent, kind of whatever you want here, guys. Again, it's very open for weapon selection. Parasite. I just have the Parasite because you are so easily getting kills with your Jolting Arc Souls. You are building up the Parasite Worm's Hunger so easily. You're just, shooting it off whenever you need a big chunk of damage here, guys. Again, could very easily switch some stuff around here and have a perfectly functional build, whatever you choose. And if you really want to play into the turret stuff, hey, put on the Finalities Augur and you have another turret. Now, unfortunately, this one won't benefit from your build as much, but if you want to play into the Omega Turrets build, you absolutely can. Moving on from there, in terms of your stats, you want as close to 200 grenade as possible, and the rest is up to you. Like, I would recommend having 100 super at least, so you get your super back as fast as possible. You could have over 100 weapons if you can make that investment as well. Getting a high class stat is also important for your Phoenix Dive and your Hellion, and you don't think you really need melee and health too much for this build. Now, as for your armor mods, so this is where things get really interesting as well. First of all, for the helmet, Ashes to Assets. Yes, every single Jolting Arc Soul kill will now trigger Ashes to Assets. So you're going to be getting your super all the time. We then have a harmonic siphon because we have some solar weapons here. Let me switch it back to Parasite. After that, for your gauntlet here, very important, firepower. Yes, your Jolting Arc Soul will be spawning constant orbs of power with firepower because it's now a grenade. So every single kill with your Arc Soul will be triggering firepower. Absolutely broken. You're going to be spitting out so many orbs of power, guys. It is crazy. Then, of course, bolstering detonation. Class ability when you damage enemies with a grenade. Momentum transfer. We get melee energy for causing damage with a grenade. And again, that is going to be triggered by your Arc Soul. It is now a grenade. You have to think of it as literally a grenade. So yes, it spitting out constant jolting shots, it's the equivalent of throwing, like, it's the equivalent of essentially hacking and having infinite pulse grenades that you're just constantly throwing. That's how often you're triggering these perks. It is truly insane. Then after that, guys, for the chest, just use whatever resistances you want based on the activity you're doing. And then we've got for the boots, solar holster just for the Parasite. Again, these are easily changed, guys, to whatever you want. And then we've got for the class item, so distribution, quite good, and time dilation and powerful attraction. Now, time dilation, frankly, we could probably change that to Reaper. Powerful attraction, very good with our class abilities still. So again, like, these are up in the air as well. Like, a lot of customization. The base of this build is, I think, going to be like the fragments, the aspect choices, right? Plus the Getaway artist. And then after that, it's such a customizable shell. That shell is so powerful. You can change your weapons. You can slightly alter your mods. You can go a more weapon DPS route. You can start pumping your weapon stat and just like play the game with your weapons while you also have these, you know, crazy turrets that are just melting everyone as well. You can go the more ability route. You can do a lot of things with this build. And lastly, as for the seasonal artifact perks, we basically get to use the best ones. So, we're going to be using Threadling Proliferation if you are using a strand weapon like the Mint Retrograde. We have Fever and Chill, can easily give us Radiant thanks to our solar weapons. We have Elemental Benevolence for more class ability energy. We do have a Pack Tactics as well. Again, if you're doubling down on the strand weapon, you don't have to use this though. Cauterizing Darkness. So Stasis or Strand debuffed targets will take more solar damage. Then we've got Elemental Coalescence for elemental pickups, guys. And then we've got Shield Crush. While you're amplified or radiant, your grenade charges faster and deals increased damage. So yes, Shield Crush will increase the damage of your Arc Soul. And you become amplified to guarantee Shield Crush activates when you summon your Arc Soul with the Getaway artist. So every time you create your Arc Soul, you're just activating Shield Crush instantaneously. Just crazy good. And then we also have Radiant Shrapnel, dealing sustained weapon damage while radiant or defeating a scorched target. Obviously, this is fantastic with our Hellion as well. So like, these two are just popping off, guys. Truly one of the craziest builds I've ever seen. I have no idea if this is truly intended, like if this Bungie knew this was gonna happen going into this. Maybe it gets nerfed, maybe it doesn't, but wow, it is so good right now. Definitely hop on the game, put it together, because you will not be disappointed. Guys, that is it for the video. Hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.